Same blues, same few ideas, but every time the chorus came back around, it grew. It kept building and it never ran out. Now, be honest. When you solo, the longer it goes, the more you are just repeating yourself. Running out of things to say, that is the war. And it is not a notes problem, it is story problem. I am going to fix that in the next few minutes. My name is Junon Choi and I teach jazz guitar through melody, what I call the functional diagonal approach. And one thing you should know where I am coming from. I grew up in South Korea. No jazz scene, no culture around me. Nobody playing this music where I lived. I came to it as a complete outsider and I learned it at Berklee from my mentor, Rich Hart. I am not telling you that to impress you. I am telling you because it matters. If an outsider with no jazz background can make a blues that keeps building instead of falling apart, then it is not a talent. It is a system, and a system is something you can learn as well. So, here is the system. You stop trying to fill 12 bars with new ideas and you start building a story. You remember what you just played. You repeat it without fear. And you let one or two voice leading notes carry you into the next chord. That is how each chorus grows out of the one before it, instead of starting over. So, after you watch this video, you will learn three things. The first, why repeating yourself is not lazy. It is how a solo becomes a story. Number two, how one or two voice leading notes play the changes for you, so you never sound lost. Three, I will take apart the solo you just heard so you can hear exactly how it grew instead of resetting. So let's start where most players store. The moment the chorus comes back around and you've got nothing new to say. So the blues I have been talking about for the last few weeks. This is all come together. So let's see what I played the first chorus in the beginning of this video. What I played, I will show you. So this voicing is the first chord. This is on top we have D minor. This is F6, but I put the 7th of the F7 put down here. We have D minor on top. So I played that. And then the next chord we have upper structure of B flat 7, which is D minor 7 flat 5. I like this voicing, and this is my teacher taught me for blues comping. I like it because the top notes is just stay in the tonic. Right? So let's see what I played. D minor, and then D minor 7 flat 5. I played that. This D minor blues sound on the 4th chord, that blue note says we are in the chord 4 chord. Right? So and this is really gives us to say something about repetition. So repeat in the music, if there is no repetition in the music, that is just noise. That is not a music. So think about the music. We set the key. Before we talking about the microtonalism, we have a 12-tone system, and we made the music in there for few centuries. And think about it. In 12 notes, we wanted to say, okay, we are in this key, then we have limited to ourselves the 7 notes, and we are repeating there. That gives us a certain aspect of the repeat, and the repeat give us an idea of what music is, and that music that our ears can recognize is the repetition. So we really do not need to play every single major different thing, or even the every different thing in every chorus. It sounds like I played a different thing, but it is just the same thing. So that was my first chorus. I played over the D minus 7 idea. I start there, but then second chorus, I target and I end my phrase over here. That is F major blues. Right? And from there, I did the same thing. For the one chord, I exaggerate, emphasize on the major third. And the fourth chord, I didn't play the major third. I played minor third and the minor blues sound for 4 chord. And then when it goes back to the 1, I play the 1, the major third. Right? And then this is my F7. Be ready to go on to the 4 chord. That is what I talked about, the dominant function. So the dominant function is always approaching toward if we want to do something, the dominant function, it is not the dominant function is matter. We need to have a strong target first, and then you can put something half step away that becomes dominant function towards that strong target. So on the 5th major in the blues, that big 4 chord sounds become our target. That's why we can play something going towards that target on measure number 4, and that is everyone say in scale way you can play, what is it, Mixolydian flat 9, flat 13, or altered sound, everything. But the most important thing is not on the measure number 4 you can play that. No, you should reserve to the measure number 5. What we had something make a forward motion, that side step, that should reserve to the right target. That's why we have to have something strong target before we want to play something outside. Okay, so in the first chorus, what I play at the moment, that measure number 4 was, I already made a video about it, that Wes played, and also George Benson played it on Billy's Bounce, that A major sound going to the this sound on the 4 chord. That is George Benson. So I played that. Wes played a little bit crazy rhythm and crazy thing that comes in my second chorus. And then I played and over there I wanted to play the Charlie Parker version of F blues, which means it doesn't go to the 1 chord after 2 measure of 4. It doesn't go to the 1 chord, it goes to the 3, which means A minor 7 and D7, and it goes G minor C7. And on my first chorus, I played something George Benson played in his solo, which is he plays this A flat minor to the G minor, which is actually the Charlie Parker, his 2/5 blues. He made a chord change over there, right? So what I played over there was, and then I go from there. What is it? That is A flat minor, B major 7, that Django line. Reserved to the 3rd of the G minor, right? So and then I wanted to go for the on the 5 chord over here, the 3rd, and then same thing over here, E minor. I want to play the A minor over here, the C major on top, right? So if you want to stop running out of things to say on the blues, this is exactly what blues print teaches. And the 1 chord and the 4 chord and dominant function I just showed you, but after that we kind of have the bebop, the chord change sounds right there, which is 1, 6, 2, 5. That one being F7, but we can play over there the A minor, D7, G minor, C, which is just so that is what I played. G minor, C7, target the third and third and third and third. And then the second chorus is the same thing. On the fourth measure, I play this visual to the 4, and then from 4 to going back to the 1 chord, I also wanted to play the A minor 7 D7 sound. That's why I target this E natural sound. This is Wes descending line on the B flat major 7. No, B flat dominant 7. And then this is D7. When we hit this F sharp, right? And then my target over here, and then voicing. How do you make a blues solo that never runs out? That is what bluesprint is. 12 hours of this idea in breakdown like this and transcription. I break down everything what the legend guitar players was doing. The whole system, how to turn the blues into a structure you can tell a story through, turned into something you can play. The bundle with the live seminar included. It closes June 30th. After that, the door is closed. Sign off. Until the next time, keep swinging.